great. Facts are wonderful if you're in a good faith environment where everybody's playing by the same rules, right? If you're at a scientific institution or a domain where everyone's saying, okay, here are the rules we're playing by, we start with a hypothesis and we gather evidence, and the chips fall where they may. What has the more evidence is the thing that's more likely. And this model I've created is just one way of looking at it, and then you might have a better model than I do, and we can let that stuff fight each other. And I get, you vet me, I vet you, great. But we had to invent that. That's a piece of human artifice, that we created this argumentative structure that is not natural to the way we make sense of the world. We had to find a way to disconfirm what we think, feel, and believe, and that's not natural to the way brains make sense of anything. There's this feeling, of course, when you get into an argument with someone, that it's facts versus facts. You have this sense that I went down into the basement of my castle and to the catacombs, and I had scrolls all around me, and I pulled out the scrolls and I read them carefully, and by candlelight I lift my finger and say, "Ha, this is how I feel about gun control," and then you face off against another person, and there's a sense that they haven't done that. That's the only way they could possibly disagree with you, because they just haven't seen all the facts. If they'd seen all the facts, they'd feel exactly what you feel about the issue. This all is thanks to naive realism and introspection illusion and all these other things that hide from us the truth of the matter, which is we were motivated by some sort of emotion, by some sort of attitude, by some sort of fear, by some prejudice, by some anxiety, to go looking at evidence and find that which would justify the feeling that we had when thinking about this issue. And when we found that thing, that's like, okay, that defends, supports, explains, rationalizes, and justifies my position. Yay. And somehow that process is like, it goes into the memory hole and gets erased. And then when someone asks you, why do you feel the way you feel about this issue, you present that justification that you found later, this post hoc thing.
All the facts are the reason why.
Yeah, this is why. As if you found that first and it led you to the feeling. But no, the feeling led you to that thing. And until you accept and understand that about yourself, it's difficult to approach someone who feels differently with any kind of empathy for the fact that they've done the exact same thing. They're standing in front of you with the exact same justification from that same process, and you both have lost the thread of, I felt a certain way which led me to this.